Welcome. I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for the month of 17. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I ask if this does not resonate with you to please check your Sun, Moon, and Rising combinations, and sometimes it's helpful to check your Venus if your Venus sign varies from your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, I've already shuffled your cards. And without further ado, let's get into it. I feel like a lot of your reading is kind of echoing of last month's as well, so okay. First we have the Temperance in the reverse position. So sometimes this can mean that our emotions are out of balance. Sometimes we're focusing on our emotions, and sometimes this can be impatient, intolerant with others. Sometimes this can indicate that you're not listening to others' complaints, and this can result in bad business management. And sometimes this can mean that you're being too pushy. And maybe you feel like others are not moving fast enough, or maybe you feel like events are not moving fast enough for you. But overall, this card is about you need to slow down and smell the roses. I know that you guys are feeling impatient and you just want to get stuff done. But, the old saying, slow down and smell the roses. Because when you're trying to speed through something, sometimes we can miss good opportunities. So I would definitely caution you to try to slow down, and please do try to listen to others. I feel like this is a very emotional situation for you guys, which is making you guys feel emotionally imbalanced. Now, for your circumstances, we have the moon in the reverse position. So, when the moon is in the reverse position, things are calming down. The moon upright is far more intense. So, thankfully, in the reverse position, things are calming down. You are able to harness your imagination in a positive manner when the moon is in the reverse position. But the moon in reverse position can also indicate that your slate has been cleared. So that's a very positive thing. It could also indicate that your communications will be clear, but if sometimes misunderstandings can still occur, okay? And I would want you to err on the side of caution when it comes to making rash decisions. You don't want to make impulsive type of decisions with this energy. You want to think things through. Now, I can see that, Leo, you are definitely focused on financial security. Now, this is what I call the self-employment card. And it's really no surprise that it pops up in a Leo reading because Leos are leaders. So there are a lot of Leos that are business owners, and some of them are entrepreneurs. I mean, you can pretty much find Leos in just about every type of organization, you know. So, but they are leaders, so financial security is the root here of what most of you guys are concerned with. The whole independence and self-sufficiency and independence, If you do have any investments, this could indicate a good return on those investments. But overall, this is a card of being financially secure. So I can tell that this is what most of you Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings are focused on right now, is you guys want to be financially secure, independent, self-sufficient. Now, here we have the Four of Coins. Now, this is of a passing nature, so you might still be going through this, or you could have just gone through it, okay? But when the Four of Pentacles is in the reverse position, this can indicate that there was a loss of some money, or maybe even possession. Sometimes this indicates that you had to spend more than you had anticipated on a particular project. And sometimes this could indicate a delay in receiving some money that's owed to you. But I want to caution you to try to not overextend yourself financially, because money is pretty tight, it appears, and you do not want to get yourself in a funk if you can avoid it. So, just a word of caution there. Now, for your present circumstances, I see we have the Five of Coins in the reverse position. This is much better that it's in the reverse position. So, the Five of Pentacles here would indicate that your hope and courage are now returning to you. You're having a reversal of bad luck, okay? Some of you have lost your jobs, and at least this is in the reverse position, so this indicates that your luck is reversing. So that bad luck is now turning to good luck. And if you do not have a job yet, this is a very good confirmation that you're probably going to find work or a new job, ending your unemployment days very soon, or you have just gotten a job. But overall, you are back into action. And another thing I'd like to caution is you need to have faith in regards to this, because faith can help you to move mountains, because I see some negative stuff here, and you guys really need to have faith, because things will work out. It's just you guys seem to be in a rough patch right now. And that's just the worst place for Leos to be. You guys have so much optimism and drive. Now, here we have the Five of Coins. Excuse me, the Ten of Coins. This is in the upright position, so this is very good. This is financial stability, and it indicates a stable family as well. And this can also indicate like a family run business. So this will only resonate with a few of you, but some of you may be working in a business that is family owned. And it could have potentially been, handed down through the generations. Now, something else here. If you happen to still be in need of money, this card would indicate that a loan, like a bank loan, this could very well go through for you. And maybe some of you are considering purchasing a home, here in the near future. So this would be a good indication of that loan getting approved as well. But overall, this card is about wealth, stability, and just general financial security. Now we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position, and this would be your attitude and how you're looking at things. And with the Ace of Swords, sometimes you can apply too much force or push too hard to achieve an end, and you need to try to be gentle. Don't push, okay? If you apply too much pressure, this can make everything worse. And, well, we do not need any more problems. So, you could attract opposition. So, you do need to be cautious and diplomatic. Try to avoid any arguments if that's possible. If an argument arises, just try using good old-fashioned common sense and logic and some reasoning ability. Try to see both sides of the issue, okay? Because arguments won't help anything either. Now, this is the Tower. This is how other people see you, or this could indicate how you see someone else in your life. But I feel this is very fitting for Leo, because I think this card came up for you guys last month. But with the Tower here, this is an unexpected, shocking, rude awakening of sorts. And you cannot ever plan for what the Tower card brings. It's just, the more you try to pin it down sometimes, the farther off you'll be. So, because it's very unexpected, it's like something that you never would have expected to happen. You don't see it coming. It's very surprising. It catches you off guard. And it can force changes that's brought about by this unexpected event. And it most definitely will change your perception of things. And something or a way of life comes to an end here with this Tower card. And sometimes this can indicate that you've been released from a situation that you've been stuck in. The Tower card is a very karmic card. So this could indicate that you guys have been receiving some karmic lessons. And those are never fun. But they do not last forever, okay? Now, for a few of you, this is not going to resonate with all of you, but for a few of you, this card can indicate an unexpected pregnancy. So, definitely keep that in mind. Now, here we have the World in the reverse position. So, I feel like you guys are fearing the changes that are occurring. Maybe you feel like your home is being threatened. Sometimes this card, you feel like just throwing the towel in and giving up. You're just so frustrated. And sometimes this can indicate that you've not learned from your past experiences. So I believe this is something that you guys would fear. Now our final outcome, Mars and Leo here, 7 of Wands. So this is a very defensive type of card. So maybe you guys are feeling pretty defensive right now. And this can also indicate that there is stiff competition in business or personal issues, but you are standing your ground regardless. you will stand your ground, and you don't have any problem doing so either. So your courage is quite evident, and you'll be able to work through any adversity that happens to pop up. But the overall feeling of this card is something or someone feel like an enemy. Sometimes this can be an actual enemy. Maybe you feel like circumstances are conspiring against you. Maybe for some of you, you could be your own enemy. The whole self-doubt, insecurity, lack of confidence, sometimes that can be you being your own enemy. We're always our own worst critic, the tendency to be very hard on yourself. Now, for the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So, this shows that you guys have been through some traumatic situations and losses, and you are now healing from them. And patience and prayer can really help here. And I would also like to say, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but it will resonate with a few of you. If you have had, getting tongue-tied, if you have had a surgery, this could indicate that you are healing up from it now. But overall, you were healing from what you have gone through. And this experience that you went through, it brings you much inner strength, because now you know that you can overcome tragedies. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're healing now. Okay, let's get to clarifying. Temperance in reverse again. Woo! That's good. Oh, okay. Yes. She most definitely came out. Although I believe it came out in this deck last month. This is Princess of Swords, but it was Page of Swords in this deck, and I'm almost positive it came out last month. Oh, that's nice. Temperance for the bottom of the deck. And for those of you that I just said it's a possibility for pregnancy, unexpected, shocking pregnancy, the Empress could definitely indicate that a pregnancy could occur for some of you. Okay, we have the Temperance in reverse, and we now clarify it with the Three of Wands in reverse position. So, the overall energy of Three of Wands in reverse position is like, take one step forward and then take 2 steps back. Let's just be honest, this shit sucks, okay? I hate this card. Too much attention is being paid to the details sometimes at the cost of the big picture. So you don't want to be focusing on a couple trees when there's a whole entire forest, so to speak. And competition and conditions might be stronger than your own efforts at this moment. And sometimes this can indicate that you just have too many irons in the fire. And I definitely want to caution you guys against overconfidence and pride, as that can be a downfall as well. So I feel like for a lot of you, work projects, anything related to business or trying to get something off the ground, I feel like it is making you a bit emotional, and it's leading to the impatience because you just want to get things done and things are not moving fast enough. It appears that things can be at a standstill. But you want to be careful because you don't want to rush things, because when you rush things, your ships can come back to you with not enough resources or cargo. So I would definitely advise to try to have some patience. Slow down and smell the roses, please. You guys might miss some opportunities if you're trying to rush through everything. Okay, we clarify the moon in the reverse position, and we get the King of Cups in the reverse position. So when the King of Cups is in the reverse position, his affections are undergoing some stormy weather. His home environment is emotionally volatile. He could be suffering from a loss and reacting in a moody and detached way also. And sometimes this indicates that there is an emotional issue that you need to face head on with maturity. And with this king being so detached, he just doesn't want to deal with the issue. But you got to. Problems don't go away on their own, they just get bigger. Sometimes your emotions can be turned inward, and then this can cause even more misunderstandings to occur. And sometimes this can indicate that maybe the whole truth about an issue or a situation is not being told. So maybe if you are withholding the truth about an issue, maybe you should come clean, because that might help clear your conscience, and that alone could take a load off of your shoulders. And King of Cups, and the whole home environment is emotionally volatile. Maybe you need to be talking to your husband or your wife. Are you withholding some of the details from them? I would strongly caution that you talk. We can't help each other if you do not talk. Now, we clarify the Nine of Coins, and we get Temperance in the reverse position again. So Temperance in reverse position is really coming hard for you guys. You guys have got to try to be patient. I understand that you guys have really been going through it. I know you have. But trying to push the situation too much, too fast, too quick, that can just destroy everything. And I know that you guys are ready for that financial security and self-sufficiency. You don't want to have to keep worrying about your finances and whether or not you're going to be able to make ends meet. But applying too much pressure is just not going to help the situation. And it can actually cause more of a problem, especially if you were a business owner. If you're a business owner, this is definitely indicating that you're not listening to other people's complaints. And this can be a downfall for a business. So I want to caution you, you got to listen to any complaints that you get. Try to think of them as constructive, okay? Even though they're probably not going to come across as constructive, you need to try to take it as constructive criticism, or however you want to put that. Because I feel like if you guys don't deal with the situation head on, it could potentially push financial security even further away from you. And there could be opportunities around, but if you're just trying to speed along, you're going to go past them. You're not even going to see them. Yeah, we clarify the four of coins in the reverse position, and we get the Hierophant. Now, with the Hierophant, this is all about conforming. Something that we're not all, happy to do. But to each his own. But there is a desire for social approval here. But you're learning overall to conform to the situation. And you could be trying to maybe get a grant or even say a business loan. And you could also be seeking out a membership in a organization potentially. And if that is it, then it's probably an organization that's got something to do with your job or your business or your investments. Maybe you're just trying to educate yourself, which, hey, we all could use some extra knowledge. If we're not learning, we're dying, and that's just the truth of it. Okay, this is positive. We have the Five of Coins in the reverse position, and it's now clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is the ability to move ahead quickly. And it's due to your talents and your capabilities. This is a master here. And sometimes this can indicate that you're receiving profits and recognition for your skills. But I'd like to say that you should definitely try to continue on with further development of your skills because, practice makes perfect. And if this is you getting a new job, this job will be much better, much more suited for you, and it will be a job in which you will be recognized for the skills and the talents and capabilities that you do have. Okay, we clarify the Ten of Coins, and we get the Ten of Cups in the reverse position, so wow, this is almost a conundrum here. Okay, with the Ten of Cups in the reverse position, sometimes this could indicate possible damage to your home. A lot of times this has to do with flooding. But there are certain times where this could be like your home was vandalized. So it's something to take into consideration. Now, maybe you're trying to get a house. Maybe you're trying to sell your house. But either way, the deal seems to be at a standstill and it's just not going through. But I feel like a lot of you are trying to get a house, and this could also be maybe you're trying to refinance your house. And maybe you're just experiencing delays and frustrations in trying to get that bank approval or getting refinancing approval. And delays and difficult times are definitely ahead. Oh, I hate saying this. Lord have mercy. Patience is needed, okay? And it's very evident. The Temperance card has come out twice now in the reverse position. And with the Ten of Cups in reverse, you really have got to find that patience. Woo! Some of y'all need to meditate. I feel like meditating for you. Woo, this is heavy shit. Pardon the language, but dang. Now, this can also indicate family disagreements, possible loss of friendship, and this can also indicate fighting between siblings, and this nasty little piece of info, this can also indicate a loss of reputation as well. And I would hope that's not for you business owners. That could be shattering. And this could indicate that thoughtless and painful actions from someone close to you. So these are all possibilities. We're all different, and our experiences are different. So you're not going to resonate with every single one of those things. Some of you might, and then others feel like, maybe just one part. But that's why I got to throw some different parts out there. Now we clarify the Ace of Swords in the reverse position, and we get the King of Wands. Now, I feel like we're getting the King of Wands. No, typically this is an Aries man, okay? But the wand suit is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'm feeling like what the Ace of Swords is calling for you to do is you need to be confident. You need to try to have a positive outlook no matter how bad things are. Let me tell you, a positive thought is 10 times stronger than a negative thought. And so you've got to try to think positive. Fake it till you make it, if you will. Okay? We got to do something to get you guys out of this funk. Fake it till you make it if you have to. But find some enthusiasm, I feel like you need to see your own potential. You guys are Leo. You guys have a shitload of potential, okay? Don't doubt yourself and don't get bogged down by fear, okay? Because that'll keep you in one spot. And I feel like the Ace of Swords is trying to tell you, don't push. You just need to be smooth like this King of Wands here. Just try to have that positive outlook of, I got this. Everything's going to be fine. Because I think if you take that approach, that'll make getting through this a lot easier. Now we clarified the Tower and we get the Eight of Swords. So, you guys, your fears have created a mental prison, okay? So in your mind, your fears have literally caused you so many restrictions that you are now like sitting in a mental prison. And sometimes you have restricted action because you're indecisive. You just cannot make up your mind on what you want to do about this shocking situation. And you've got to cope with the changes. You got to deal. You can't wish them away. And sometimes worry and stress, it's just going to lead to a vicious cycle of self-imposed restrictions, you know? But overall, this card is about fear. You're letting fear keep you in one spot. You're paralyzed by the fear. What if this don't work out, You just fearing, and you've got to stop fearing because fear wants to keep you in the same spot, wheels turning, but no movement being made forward. And oh God, I'm so sorry, Leos. This breaks my heart. You guys, you get snap out of it. You almost need to be shocked out of it. I mean, whatever this situation is, I understand that it may have undertones of fear, but things happen for a reason, and we don't always see it until we're, a few years down the road that, this had to happen in order to have made it to where you are there. Because you guys are not going to be stuck in this funk forever. This is just a temporary thing. And things are going to get better. But you've got to have faith, and you need to exorcise that fear out of your mind like it is a damn demon. Be gone. No more. I'm not going to let fear run your life anymore. You need to exercise that shit right up out of you. Do not let fear control you. You just got to have faith that no matter what happens, things will work out. And I know that's hard for some of you, but you really got to try. The power of positive thinking can help tremendously. Now we clarify the world in the reverse position, and we get the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. So the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this can be union and contract disagreements. And sometimes this can indicate that you just don't have the proper tools or resources to complete a job the right way. And this can also indicate unsafe work conditions. But I feel like this is more of what you guys fear. And I feel like it's all pretty much related to work issues. Or that's where it stems from. I should put it that way. It stems from the work issues. Okay. Now we clarify the Seven of Wands, and we get the Princess of Swords, which, like I said, I know you guys got this last month, but in this deck here, it's called the Page of Swords. So here she is on the final outcome. And so, seeing as how this is a card of standing your ground, being defensive, protecting what is yours, here we have the Princess of Swords who's saying you need to look deeper at a situation. You need to look closer. There's something going on. There's more than meets the eye to this situation. Sometimes this can indicate spying and third-party information as well. So sometimes deception can be involved. It's not always deception, but then again, that's how I would consider it. If somebody's keeping the truth from you, well, that's not telling the truth, and that's deception. And that was indicated up here as well. So I feel like you guys you're gonna defend what's yours, no doubt. But I think you need to look deeper into the situation that surrounds what you're having to defend. Is this situation worth fighting for? These are questions that only you can answer for yourself. But she wants you to look deeper. So you need to take a good, deep look at your situation here, because there's little something more going on than what's on the surface. Now, for the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress card. So this is a fantastic card. This is our harvest. This card can also indicate pregnancy. This card can also indicate help from supportive women as well. And it may not necessarily be women. It can be a man or a woman. But it's a possibility that you will receive help from someone supportive. And a cycle of prosperity is about to begin with her. And this is happiness to come, and potentially a new home or new conditions in the home. So for those of you who are trying to get a new home, or refinancing, or whatever it is, it seems to me like it will work out, but it's delayed. And there's definitely frustration surrounding that delay, but it will go through. Okay, let's do the love oracle. Chemistry. New love. Past life relationship. The Star. Two of Air. Queen of Earth. Okay, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. We have the Star. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. Now, the Star is also the card. It just screams inspiration. But this is also the wish come true card as well. So for some of you, you are definitely going to find that partner that you have chemistry with. And it's going to be a wish come true. Something positive. Very positive. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And then you have the Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So I kind of feel like maybe some of you are not necessarily single, and maybe you're having a hard time making a decision on whether you want to be in your existing relationship or if you want to start with this new person. And for some of you, you just might, for some of you who have been single, maybe this new person pops up and maybe you're a little fearful. Maybe you're wondering, do I even want to be in a relationship? So this is definitely up to you to decide. you definitely want to be careful of any like third party type situations, cheating, because that tower will slap the crap out of you. That tower card, that ain't no, that would be receiving karma. And hopefully you're not on the receiving end. Hopefully there is no issues with cheating on the other end. Now, for some of you, past life relationship, you have known each other before. You could already be in this relationship, or this could be a relationship that you're getting ready to begin or that has just started. But either way, it has past life connections. And yet again, the Tower card, it's karmic. And past life relationship, well, that's going to be karmic as well. Then we have the Queen of Earth, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Virgo card. Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible, but beyond Virgo, it's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, okay? Now, make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So, for some of you, like I said, I think that, you could potentially end up in a past life relationship in the present. And this will probably be someone that either has Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could be on their sun, moon, or rising sign. This could even be their Venus sign as well. And Mars also. But the earth element, they love their money too, so that could be a very good pairing for those of you who have just started or are still single. And some of you are still married. Like I said, I'd like to caution you against any third party situation, as that will be not good. That's gonna make you get more karma. So if you're not happy in the relationship that you already have, and this new person has come into your life, I would strongly suggest that you break it off with your existing partner before you try to move forward, because you definitely need to do some thinking. Is this going to be what you want? Because sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side, if you get what I'm trying to say. So you just need to consider, is it worth it? Because I feel like some of you guys are just at the end of your rope with just everything. But sometimes, this new love this could be a good thing. And for some of you, this could turn bad. So I just want to caution you guys that you guys need to take time to really thoroughly think things through, meditate, be honest with yourself. Don't delude yourself. Be very honest with yourself. Is this what you want? Okay, I know this has been rough, Leo, but I will talk to you guys next month, and in the meantime, I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. I will talk to you guys next month.